I'm gonna call this one speaking to the camera and seeing what happens. It's late, 2 a.m. Just got done with the bar shift. Don't have anything to say, but just wanted to check in, see if something comes out. I guess I could start by talking about tonight. My channel is about society, like ultimately about psychology or whatever, people relating, connection essentially at the end of the day. Yeah, so I guess I could talk about tonight, bartending for people, you know, venue space. Uh, I don't know. Seems like, you know, it's just it's rough out there, guys. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are experiencing, but like, I just I don't know if it's me as it's everyone. We all are like dealing with like really tough. It's like everything in life that was normally difficult is now like you put like this just like this mental like this like I don't know what's going on. It's like this like I'm like a fear. Like maybe I'm just more aware of it now. I know that to some degree I'm like more aware of stuff now than I was, but I don't know. Just it seems like it's people are afraid to be authentic. It's like people are, you know, we're just talking pre-COVID to now. It feels like people, it's just like increasing. That's what I'm talking about. I guess is like it's increasingly harder for people to get that, get moving. Um, it's crazy. It's really getting crazy because I see this going someplace really bad. Like we are just like, you know, and everyone's a different position. And just like I talk about, the gender stuff and like, you know what I mean? Like the men and women battle stuff. And I would talk about how like women, like I would, we were talking about men and women relating and like the red pill stuff. I would say how that's just an excuse for men to not try and it's just weakness. And then like, obviously I have some kind of a bias now being single, but I'd be, I changed my tune and said, I have like a lot of like empathy for the guys that are not able to, they're doing whatever they can and they just can't find a person. They have, whatever it's heartbreak or whatever it is, like that's making people not be able to connect. And that's, I guess that's kind of full circle what it is, right? It's not being able to connect. It seems to be greater than just like women are biology program, like all this crap. Like we become hyper aware of like our how men hypergamy or men with whatever it is, bad boy. There's all this crap, and it's just like at the end of the day, it's like connection is missing. Connection is missing, and for whatever reason, it's not. It seems to be everything. Like technology is normalized, subpar, pseudo connections, and it's the more that's normalized. I'm afraid like it's the more we're gonna get weird. And the longer it's gonna take for us to like warm up, like a bar scene. It used to be like have some drinks and like people can let loose, but it's like even for every single time, that's what it is, right? Every single time, I feel like you know, it doesn't matter who it is. There's vibrations, man. Like there's connection. Like it's bigger than just like now these phones are so intrusive that it's like I feel like you can almost measure it. Example, like you're at a party and 100 people are there and let's say five of those people check their phone every 5 minutes and no one else ever looks at their phone. Those five people affect things. Their energy affects things. And then you have a situation where half the people do that. Imagine the difference in the like I feel like you're like it's like we're like teleporting. It's almost the equivalent of like being in a party with 100 people and 50 of them teleport out and they leave, and everyone goes like, it just feels like you're dancing on a dance floor and maybe a little self-conscious, and those 100 people that are all kind of dancing, no one can really see what's happening because it's kind of chaos, everyone's drunk, like everyone, there's just a lot of like energy, right? And then it's like 50 of those people just immediately are gone, and it's like, oh, I kind of feel like, oh, who's watching me now? Oh, the energy shift. I don't know if that's just like me being, I don't know, maybe too like, I don't know, I don't think it's not hyperbolic for sure, it's just like, but it feels, I mean, that's just how I feel. Talk to me. I would love to hear from you guys. Seriously, like whatever this video is becoming is just like, I guess it's becoming a video about talking about connection. So tell me how connection's affecting you. Like how was connection? How was connection for you specifically? You don't get to like super. I mean, get as specific as you want to get, but like 2019 to now, what is that look like for you? What state are you in? Like what country? Like this is global, right? Like I don't know. I feel like America, like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I've never lived anywhere else, and it's hard to say, but like, yeah, we're all, if you have a phone, you're connected. So it's like, it's weird. Sorry to say connected. I don't know. I made a video previously about like, there's like social interactions with like these young women and how they're like very like hyper, and it's just like, just kind of like looking in someone's direction. It's just like, that is so, I always think of Asperger's. I guess it's not a term anymore, but I just think of that term because it's like a very like, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I think I have it. My sister, like people have it. Like it's like, I'm not saying like, I'm not belittling that. I'm just saying like Asperger in a way that's like, maybe I am. Maybe I gotta rethink that because maybe that is coming off wrong. Let's move. Let's just back up and say that like people have become maybe a little too sensitive to that. Not too sensitive. People have become more sensitive to each other. That's a better way to say it. And I don't know. It has its good and bad, and it's a new normal. I don't know how good it is. I just don't think it's good. Like at the end of the day, it's inevitable. Maybe that's why I'm making these videos. I've had people inspire me that are help me like very, very much when I had no one to talk to and no one to like, you know what I mean? Like when people can't be vulnerable, it's like, it's very lonely if you don't feel like other people feel like you, right? Because that's the whole thing. If you're no one can be vulnerable, then you can't connect. Therefore, you can't, you know, you can't feel seen. So like maybe this is just the evolution, right? Like YouTube, we're all talking to cameras and making content and doing all this stuff to get like other people to be like, it's like we're all like the Martian. I feel like the Martian right now. I'm like day 20, day 274 of post quarantine. Was out around other people today. I made a plant. I made water. I don't know. I'm trying to make an analogy from that movie, and then but I'm too tired. It's a little late. Yeah, that's my excuse anyway for my subpar thinking with, yeah, creating a metaphor for that movie and life now with society, squeezing a proverbial rock of emotion to get some liquid out. The same way you squeeze out the water to make a plant, create life. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Just checking in, I guess, making this video, and I don't know. I just felt like making it. And also, I just made this video because I never. It's out of my routine. Like I never come home from a bar shift, and it's always like gym or whatever. So maybe it create a little bit different vibe. So I'm just trying to create that muse, trying to maybe hopefully make something cool, maybe a value. I don't know. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. That's what I talked about in this video. So let me know below. I don't know how much else. What else I might. How much more I have to say. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, socializing. how's that going for you guys? And how's your social network? Has it gotten not social media, not the movie, not conflating that, but like social, like physical. That's what I'm asking. How has that changed since 2019? Physical parents, I'm a millennial. I know a lot of people are going no contact now. It's very difficult. We're seeing that, it's difficult because the boomers are they're raised like, I empathize. The boomers were raised with unprecedented levels of marketing and manipulation from the advertising agencies that are just like material, buy shit. And it's a different world now. Like we are so aware of our emotions, and these boomers are not, you know, they grew up in a different world, raised by parents where you can't be seen, don't be heard, or one of the whatever that phrase is. But yeah, so, and we are very aware of psychological and trauma, and you know. But anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. I gotta go to bed. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.